Hello. Once again, Zero Ice here with more Tip of the Spear. This is part 2, and this is the second big ass cannon thingy. So as I said at the end of the last video, go ahead and steal a Revenant. I need to learn how to talk. The only disadvantage of that is that there are quite a few jackals that have the green guns, and a charged green gun will, of course, render your vehicle useless. There are quite a few enemies around here. Again, in a big open area like this, what I always do is avoid the shit out of some wraiths and make a big circle. So what I decided to do for this, again, is for the wraith, is I take out the gunner, I get in the wrong side of the revenant, waste a grenade, that's important, and then get in the correct side of the revenant, and then gun it and get right up on the wraith. Make sure you time it. When the wraith fires a shot, you've got a good 5 to 8 seconds before he fires another one, so you have to get from where you are to right up in his face in that time span. If that's the case and you get in this position, you should never fire a shot and you should be able to kill the wraith easily. Now there's a second wraither in the area, but I recommend not doing the same thing. A, there's a lot more enemies around it. B, he's in a lot of clutter on the ground. And C, you're going to want to leave your revenant right here for something special later. So come around, there's 3 or 4 grunts, 3 jackals with shields, and this elite that is playing hide and seek with me. As always, dodge the wraith. There are skirmishers and enemies that are up near where the actual spire gun thingy is. Sometimes the skirmishers will peek over and shoot you like it just did to me, and another one's going to do it in a second. I shot the first 2, wasn't able to kill the third, but he left me alone. Take out the gunner on the wraith. You still need to do that. That's important because they can still shoot you from long range, and you are going to start moving up in a second, and you don't want that guy shooting at you. Once all the little cannon fodder is done with, go ahead and run up and kill your elite, and go stand behind these rocks or somewhere in this vicinity. The wraith really won't move out of that area, so you're going to have to go to it in order to kill it. But since you've already taken out the gunner, it should be pretty easy, because you're going to do what happened last time on the first wraith in the level. You're just going to charge right up on it in between fires, in between shots, mount it, plant a grenade, dismount, and run away. That one was close. Also, as you can see, keep in mind that the enemies that are up by the gun and the spire, I don't even know what it is, I'm just going to say gun, but they will come down. You can see there was 2 big ass hunters, and I got lucky there. The wraith could have backed up and killed me. It didn't. Unfortunately, I picked up this stupid assault rifle for some reason, but I was able to get my needle rifle back. Now the hunters come down the ramp that you can get up to the gun by, but if you have sprint, you can jump up the back way and avoid all of that shit entirely. Really useful. Make sure you have a grenade. I went ahead and shot the shield to go and weaken it up so I didn't have to sit in here too long for those hunters to come back. Luckily, those things do come back inside, the little flying insects and shit, and I got a double and a triple kill off of them from running in. So that takes out a couple of enemies. Once the gun is blown up, you have to defend the area. That's why your revenant is still there. Get back in your revenant, blow up all the grunts, there's 4 or 5 of them, and the 2 hunters come down to the bottom area. Don't shoot your marine buddies like I just did. But essentially, you're just going to play tag. When the hunters start charging up their weapons, move left or right and strafe. If they stop, you can stay in one place and make sure you get a couple of good attacks. But always stay moving, and make sure you don't move into their shots like that. Always watch where they're firing and when they're charging so you can plan accordingly. Takes a long time to kill them, unfortunately. That's why I sped this up, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. But once it's all over, Phantom comes down, or whatever this is, and you get to get some grenade kills. Start off on the bridge by an overkill. Okay, here we go. The greens are missile turrets, the pink is a wraith, and the red are spawns of enemies. So you want to go green, green, 2 first reds, the second green, the third green, the 4th green, the second red, and then finally the wraith and the last gun. The turrets take 3 shots each to kill. The groups of enemies can take anywhere from, 2 to 5. and the Wraith takes 5 to 6 depending on where you hit it. So you should get a red reticle, just go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, fire a couple into the enemies, fire a bunch of the Wraiths. As soon as you fire 6, switch over to the last green one and fire 3 more. You should never get hit, you should never take damage, you should kill everything well in advance of getting up to it, and it makes that spot really, really easy. After the cutscene, you land, you're supposed to pick up a jetpack. I didn't do that at first because I wanted to get 2 clear shots on these skirmishers. There are 2 skirmishers that have green armor on. Those 2 green armored skirmishers have the Covenant beam rifle, and that thing will fuck your day up instantly. Especially with both of them shooting at you, you will literally go from full health to dead. So you need to get up here and shoot those 2 as fast as you can, and take out the other skirmishers as well, because they'll make your life miserable later on. When that happens, you should have almost all of them dead. Maybe a few of them got away, but that's fine. You're going to work your way up there. There are 6 grunts and a jackal, I think, on the right side. They're coming down that ramp, and there are a whole bunch of grunts and jackals that are on the left side over there. I would recommend coming back, though, and getting your jetpack and health if you need it, if you didn't already use it. I believe there's another health pack right by that dead marine right there. And since you killed a bunch of the jackals and skirmishers, hopefully on top of the rock up here, you should be able to jump up and get a needle rifle. Once again, there's no extra DMR ammo for the rest of the level, which this is basically the end, but you're going to need a lot of ammo. So pick up all the needle rifles that you find, and if you want to pick up the beam rifle, you can. I believe I do. There's another one up farther ahead that I use to kill the enclosed turret that you see firing right there. I saw the skirmisher, and then he moved, and I could never find him again. I lost him. Also, there's going to be elite on an open turret, as you see right there. I don't know how he died. Something killed him, but just keep in mind he will be there. Usually, George will run up with you, so he'll attract the attention. From up here, you can easily use a green gun or a needle rifle and kill him pretty quickly, or even throw a grenade. Here's where I pick up the beam rifle if I don't already have one up, and I fire a few times quickly to kill the elite that's in the turret. Keep in mind that's an elite and not a grunt, so you can't get an easy one-shot kill, and he is a really good shot. So fire off, let him fire 1 or 2 rounds, get into cover, and come back. Should be able to take him out in 2 to 3 good short bursts of the beam rifle. Now, I tried to take out this Banshee because he killed me once on the attempt before this. Also, this is a good spot to get your board a Banshee achievement if you don't have it. You see I had a split second where I could board it. With a jetpack I would have had even longer. So if you don't already have it, board that Banshee. Even better, you can drop down right now and grab a green gun like I should have, and you can just plasma shoot it down and board it then. It still gives you the achievement that way. There's a handful of grunts that are along the wall right here. There's skirmishers that run out and grunts that run out from the middle underneath that gun, as well as this elite. And this is why I hate shooting elites without a green gun. I thought I had one there and I was charging it up, but I have the beam rifle. This is why I hate elites without the green gun, because they just move so fast and annoying as shit. I prefer the one-hit kill. Makes life a lot easier. You can look around, you think you've killed all the grunts, and then all of a sudden one will just appear. So just always watch your radar. Watch for the red dots. They sneak up on you. You can go ahead. There are sometimes enemies that I was just looking for on the second level of the spire right there. There weren't this time. I think I either jumped down or I killed them. But sometimes there are some grunts that walk around, and a grunt will go get back in that turret if you don't kill it. If you don't kill all of them up there, so be mindful of that. There's usually a bunch of grunts down here, but I think they scattered off. I wasn't going to stick around and wait for them to come and find me. So I went and tried to get a better green gun, because you're going to use it quite a bit up here if you miss. Also pick up some extra grenades. This is the very end of the level, and all you have to do is push the little button, but keep in mind you can't push that button until every enemy up here is dead. There's 5 grunts, I believe. 2 with rockets, 3 have helmets, and there's an elite that can camo, and he has a sword. So keep that in mind. Sometimes he's camo, sometimes he's not. There's 1 quick rocket, there's 1 looking this way, there's 1 looking the other way. So pick those guys off first, because that's usually what kills me. So I'm gonna assume that it's probably what might kill you the most as well. And that should be the end of the level. Just take out these grunts. Make sure you kill all of them. I actually forget the second rocket grunt, and he almost killed me. So keep in mind that when you've killed 3 or 4 grunts, you still have, there are definitely 2 rocket grunts always. So if you haven't killed 2, you haven't killed them all. Push the button and go on.